Welcome back everyone to PC Mazda Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Preferred Equipment Package 2019 Mazda 3 Hatchback. So now this is the mid-trim model for the hatchback Mazda 3. You're going to have your base model, your preferred, and then your premium. So there's no select for the 2019 hatchbacks, while you do get it in the sedans. So in this particular model here, you're going to be introing the leatherette interior and the power seat on the driver's side, as well as the safety features, your iActive safety features. Now this particular vehicle as it sits will MSRP out at $26,420. Now there's a little bit of a premium paint charge because it is the machine gray metallic, which you'll see the same kind of charge on a red or a white model. So let's go ahead and get around the vehicle, take a look at the outside, inside, and then take it out for a drive. If you guys like the content that you see today, please like and subscribe to the video. I appreciate all the subscribers that have stuck around and have been with me since the beginning. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Something you're going to notice right on the front, your wings on the hatchback are actually blacked out, which looks super sharp on these hatchbacks. Between your red, your white, and your machine gray, this really adds a cool coloration that makes it stand out versus the other Mazdas. You'll notice in the front as well, you've got the glass covering for the radar cruise control. Come around the side here. So your wheels on this one here are going to be your 18-inch wheels instead of the 16 from the base model. So you do get an upgrade in size on wheels. The exterior here. So now on the back side, with the emblem right under it is going to be the button for your release for the deck. So when you unlock the back, you can just pop it open like that. Now this is one of the only disappointing things about the hatchback to me. They did a funky shape where it's got, let me see if I can show this to you. It's got a big dip going down into the actual trunk space. Get that to focus back. That's going to inhibit what you can put in there. Everything you put in's got to go down on an angle into it. Instead of just going straight in like the old hatchbacks. Cargo cover standard on it, so that's nice to have that standard on there. And then you can also lock the vehicle from the exterior right here. I mean from the interior, from the back. Coming around the outside, now you do have your keyless entry. One little touch sensor right there. And that locks the doors as well. So let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. Now it's just one press on the outside. You just put your hand right in the door handle for it to unlock the door with the keyless entry. Then on the interior of the door, you're going to have the rearranged button set up for your side mirrors and the window controls. You also do have a moved lock and unlock on your doors. It is now in the speaker system here instead of down here on the bottom like it was on the 18s and earlier. Now the preferred equipment model does add your Bose surround system as well to the this package here. Run to the side. Now these are going to be the leatherette seats, so they're a little bit more plush, a little bit softer than the real leather, but of course it's not the full leather yada 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 that people do like on the vehicles. Full power seat down here. You've got your lumbar, your front back, and then your front side, or side to there. I have a seat inside the car. All your Bluetooth controls on this side of the steering wheel. Cruise control here, if we can get that light to focus up right on it. So you do have your radar cruise control selector there, then the other standard cruise control features. Full TFT display, standard on this trim level, or this model here. That recessed back screen, no longer touchscreen. Coming down the center stack. You do have the auto hold feature on this one here, which is new to the Mazda 3s. They didn't have this in the 18 or earlier, but that is going to be standard on the vehicle, as long as you've got your iActive safety features. Big time change up on the dial and the audio since the 2018 models. And then once again on the other side, you'll see the big badging for the Bose and that chrome speaker head. Then you've also got the speakers right in the A-pillar right there, as well as having another sub right there in the top. So let's go ahead and take a look in the back seat. Oh, another thing I want to point out here, you've got memory seating on the Mazda 3 now in the middle trim level. So driver 1 and 2, an extra little storage cubby here. Now this is something that they used to have on the Mazda 6, but they did away with the new body style. Looks like they're bringing it back. So going into the back seat, no AC vents there, like some of the larger vehicles. Center armrest pulls right down. No USB charging ports like the CX-5 or Mazda 6, which is kind of disappointing, but they haven't had them in the 3 before. So it's not like we're got it taken away. And then 60-40 split on those back seats there for the storage in the back. So let's go ahead and take the vehicle out on the road and see how it does. If we can focus this camera in, there we go, and see how it does. All right, we'll take one more walk around the vehicle. Now remember the big changes exterior-wise versus your other trim levels. The 18-inch wheels are introed on this model here. Exterior-wise, that's really your biggest difference between this and your other, your base model. And it's one slick-looking car. Now these C-pillars are a little big. You probably won't see them much on the drive, but they are actually kind of in the, I say kind of, they are a bit of a blind spot while you're driving. Thankfully the vehicle has blind spot monitoring, so you're not too worried about those. Now remember, always the vehicle starts in park. It's got the emergency parking brake on every time you get in it now. So it's not just whenever you set it, like in the old Mazda 3s, or I should say any of the older Mazdas. So now this is the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. Again, that is standard on all 2019 Mazda 3s, whether it's a sedan or the hatchback. It's going to be 186 foot-pounds of torque and 186 horsepower. We'll get on that a little bit. So now that's the non-sport acceleration. You get some good pep on it. This is a lighter vehicle, so you're not needing the larger engine to get this up and moving right away. So now we'll swap it into sport mode though, and we're going to take it and get a good acceleration up here. So now none of the Mazda 3 hatchbacks now or the sedans come with navigation standard. All has to be installed through the SD card, but this trim level does come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now we'll get that acceleration in here. So you hear how it holds the gear longer. That's going to be the sport mode on it. It's just getting more or less, it's holding the gear longer. You're going to hear that nice sporty sound to it, as well as you're going to get a little more pep in your acceleration. Now, of course, it's going to eat up more gas, but if you need to take off on an interstate, in a traffic or something like that, it's a good feature to have. And then to turn it off, you just flip that switch down and you're done. So another cool thing that I do like on these is you get the black headliner throughout the vehicle. You don't have to worry about marking up the light headliner for those that have maybe little kids or do a lot of outdoor stuff. If you ever touched any of that light headliner, you're gonna would have those black marks on it. You're not gonna see those at all on this black headliner. Now, one of the changes that I do enjoy the most, because it just feels comfortable, the shift knob down here just feels super solid. It feels really premium versus the prior years where like where you press in to put it in a drive or to shift it in general, used to feel really plasticky, and now it's just a full-blown metal piece that you have to pull in. Now, this particular trim level here doesn't have the paddle shifters on the back. That'll be on the premium model that you'll get those. You do pick up your dual AC though on the interior, and you've got heated seats on both of the driver front seats. Now, it is a little disappointing though in those back seats though, you don't get the USB charging ports like you do in the Mazda 6 and the Mazda CX-5. You would think that that was something that they would add, seeing as how they're trying to do that a little more premium uptick. And if you want someone sitting in your back seat, nowadays it's almost, people are going to fight for that front seat just because of the USB charging ports. Get another good acceleration in. It's got a nice, fun, sporty sound. The vehicle accelerates well. I don't feel like it's wanting for power in any way. This could be another vehicle though in the 80 to 90 mile per hour range if you're driving down the interstates. You may feel it struggle on a pass, just like the CX-5, but in these low speed, normal everyday driving speeds, it feels good. That's the best way I can put it. It just feels good overall. Now, on the center screen, your TFT display, you can change through it with the info button and select what kind of screen you want. You can either show your lane departure warning system and your lane keep assist and let it make sure that it's reading the lines for you, as well as it'll show a digital speedometer. You can change it to an analog speedometer, then your trip A, trip B, stuff like that on there. So normally I leave it on the lane departure warning system, just so I can also see the follow distance for the radar cruise control. All right. So all in all, they made some awesome changes in this car versus the 2018 models. If there was ever a time that you were looking to get into a Mazda 3, now would be it. Their one hiccup though is that they got more expensive. Your intro model's about $3,000 more expensive than the base model of 2018 and earlier. So say goodbye to your teens price range Mazda 3. And it handles bumps like a champ. So I hope something that you noticed on that drive was how quiet this car is now. 18 and earlier, it used to be a rough, loud kind of ride. For 2019 though, they've added so much insulation, they've added so much sound dampening for the interior of the car that in the cabin, it's darn near silent on a bumpy road. So overall, awesome vehicle, and couldn't recommend it enough, as long as this is something that fits into your budget range. Once again, they are increasing in price. Another cool feature that they updated, boom, backup camera. I swear it's like an HD camera now. This is the best camera that they've ever had on the Mazdas. I'm excited to see what they do on the other models that will have like the around view camera. For 2018, that was my biggest complaint. So thank you guys so much for your time today. If you like the content that you saw, please like and subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date on the newest Mazdas and the newest news that's coming out for them. Thank you guys so much for your time today. Have a good rest of your day.